here to start OpenStack loading from the Red Hat enterprise level. So let me tell you about something about OpenStack. So OpenStack is, you can see here, yeah, OpenStack is actually can be said as a private cloud, but there is a myth in market that it is a private cloud, but no, it means public plus private. Means what happens in public cloud is you can't see the means inbuilt features, means the programs you can don't go inside. Means if you know AWS cloud in EC2 instances, right, in EC2 instances they don't show us actually what is really happening behind when you click that launch instances, or in the EBS volume if you see, means if you click at create volume, means they will create for you, means internal things they are not showing actually. So what is OpenStack means? OpenStack means it will give you the whole cloud computing platform where you can put your own resources and can make your own cloud. So you can send them as for the public, so it will be as a public cloud. If you want your team only will know that, then it will be a private cloud. So here we go. So as you can see here, the official website openstack.org, the website name, and you can spawn here and read a little bit. So, and these are the versions. Means it was launched on 2010. The first name was Austin. The means Nova. It in AWS the EC2 instance is like in OpenStack. It is known as Nova, and next was Bexar, Calcus, and all that. And the latest version is Usudi with 44 services, right? We have Swift for AWS has S3 for it, like that OpenStack has Swift for it. You can see here Cinder, and it is same as EBS, Elastic, means Elastic EBS, Elastic Block Storage, and here you can see all the services. So now what we are going to do, we are going to do OpenStack installation under Red Hat, on the top of Red Hat. So they have a particular software build, that is RHOSP, Red Hat OpenShift platform. So Red Hat OpenShift platform and their latest means, so RHOSP is a distribution, means of their version of OpenStack. Means they have built upon the that OpenStack, and the latest version is 13.0, and which will be equal to this Queens. Red Hat OSP will be equivalent to this Queens version of OpenStack recently. So I will prefer to go to AWS cloud, which is open source, and everyone can use it. And there also I will prefer you to go for CentOS, right? CentOS 7, because that version I'm giving you, that is Red Hat 7 OSP. That's why I'm going for instead of Red Hat 7, I will go for CentOS 7, because sometimes Red Hat 7 will ask for you for subscriptions, like and they will ask you there. But CentOS is a free open source project. It is also coming under Red Hat, so we will use CentOS 7. So here we see select AMI image. It should, you see here, it should be HVM supported, so that our hardware virtual machine, so that it will run perfectly here. And I'm selecting here. So it's actually free tier eligible, but as it's HVM supported, that they will take you pricing here 0.012 per hour, as you will use T2 micro, so it will charge you for it. Continue. And here I will choose for T2 extra large, 4 GB, 4 CPUs and 16 GB RAM. It will be very sufficient for this. Next, add storage. Here I will go for something like 55 GB. Next, add tags. It's a good practice to add tags. Next, security group. Security group, I should add SSH plus. I think I should go for all traffic because it might it's not good, but I'm giving all traffic because it firewall and all they will do some messes. So for present, I'm giving all traffic. So review and launch. Select a key pair. You can see the instances are launching and successfully launched here. So now uh, they gave me the public IP. So now what I will do, go inside here this public IP through my putty, and here EC2 user at the rate the public IP given to it and your key they will attach. Browse your key is .ppk format. So I'm using putty, and here you have to write, as we are using CentOS, so you have to write CentOS at the rate the public IP, and the key we have to attach here. Browsing here, and this is my key ppk format, and open. You can see here they started. Yeah, now what we will do here, we will import two files, the Red Hat OSP wala ISO file and the additional servers file. Here I will show you this one and this one, server additionals and Red Hat main OSP server. So now you can use WinSCP software to go inside and paste the softwares. So I will use WinSCP software. You can see here WinSCP. So here you have to give the username as CentOS and the IP as this one, public IP, and you have to click to advanced to give their authentication. So here click on authentication, and here private key. You can browse here. I will go and attach this one. So now logging in. So you can see here this is the session, and now I will copy those. Now I will drag here this one to here. You can see they are copying the file, and here this one also rel 7 additional servers. After this I will do that. It's a little bit time taking, so make sure his internet is speed and byte transfer is speed and is not stuck anywhere, so it will take around 25 to 30 minutes. So as you can see here, all the two files plus an extra file I've also uploaded here, rel 7 also. These are some additional updates. And so here you can see the home slash CentOS. I've gone into there. There three files are there. So now how to extract these ISO files? Okay. So now we're going to extract these files, ISO files, through mount option. So let's start. Let's make a folder ISO. Now you have to mount is the only way to do extract these ISO files. Okay, mount. So you can see from this statement, mount this ISO name and the file which you are going to mount here. This is the confirmation that we have already mounted. So now I will make a software folder, mkdir software, where all the three softwares will be extracted, so there will be no confusion on that. It's Yeah, they have made it. So now what I will do, copy minus recursive forcefully verbose ISO star means everything transfer to my software folder. Okay, see they are transferring everything, they are transferring. So now with the same conditions we will extract the other two files also. I will do ls to see them, and mkdir ISO1. Now I will mount this ISO with this. So mount this one with my ISO1. They have done successfully. So now what we will do, copy command. Yeah, copy command, and yeah, second one also done successfully. The same we are going with the third one. So mkdir ISO. Now mounting the third one, this one, rel7. Okay, mount with to my ISO2 folder. Yeah, they have done successfully. Now copy my ISO2 to my softwares. So now everything will be in my software folder extracted. Okay, see, yeah. So here you have to disable the network manager, because network manager will be means doing internal reflections, means they're disabling some part of OpenStack. So OpenStack does not support network manager, so you have to disable it. By default they have disabled. I think they will not be here because they are managed. Yeah, they are not here. Very good. So now what we will do, we will configure the yum repo. So cd yum slash c slash yum repo.d. So we are in here, and if we will do ls, and we will create one repo. So yum, so vi editor with osp.repo. So here we will write our DVD name as osp DVD. Oh, sorry, osp, and our base URL equals to file the location where we have the softwares folder. So it is in my home slash CentOS slash software folder. They will extract from there, and gpg check equals to 0. So this is the code here, and now to confirm it, we have to run yum repo list. Yeah, you can see here my OSP, it will having something around 622 softwares. So that was I was wanting, and you once again see the repo file. You have to do exactly the same. Here two slashes for this file to go this, and this is the content of the file. Okay, so I'm escaping from here. So now what we have to do, our yum is configured, everything is configured. So now I will use yum install vim for a better visuals graphics. And now we will install OpenStack Packstack. Packstack, as you have heard, right? Every software needs an installer. So right, if you heard about Kubernetes, Minikube is the installer for Kubernetes. So like that, they have made a installer like Packstack for installing OpenStack. So we are going to install that. yum install OpenStack packstack. So you can go here on OpenStack. So they have the links to download. So here we have on center 7. You have to run all these commands. So I'm running on this command. They are downloading packstack. So after that I will run the last command. So I ran the last command. They are verifying all these things are complete, perfect or not. So they are verifying that. Done, done, done. After that, we will start. So it will take around half an hour, 35 minutes to complete this installation of OpenStack. Again, this. So they will take around that 35-40 minutes. So after that, they will install you. So you have to wait for that. GB RAM and 4 CPUs. So actually, as I was doing in AWS Cloud, it took me around 10 minutes. So that's successfully installed. You can see here the result. Everything done, installation completed successfully. This is not an error, they have shown an additional information, and all the service that you have enabled or disabled, they have, they have written on their answer file was created. You can create that own answer file using a default or any other name. They have used this name as the answer file, and all this Keystone RC admin. Here your root username and password of the RHOSP there will be given in here this folder, and this all are here. And if you will see, and these files new come in Keystone RC admin, Keystone RC demo. This is a demo account, this is the root account, means this has the normal user account, this has full power account, and this was the file I was talking about. Okay, so if I will open it through the Vim editor, Vim, yeah, you can see I told you all the services. Okay, so default all the services they have written here. You can see here all services like Nova. I told you in my first thing that this is the EC2 instance, like in AWS Cloud. This is the service known as Nova. Neutron is for network service. Horizon is for the web UI that we are going to use for RHOSP, and Swift is like S3 in EC2 Amazon Cloud services. And if we will go down, there are many services you can see. Celiometer, Panko Sahara, heat transfer, Magnum. Magnum is actually the old name, I think. No, no, Magnum, yeah, and all that. For now, you if you want to enable any service, you have to specify here. You can see here, no, is written here. Specify why if you want to run OpenStack service in debug mode. So if you want to specify, you will mention why. So So for now we are going with all default services, so it's good to switch to demo account. Now we will go to there. Okay, so now here we will have your demo account, cat keystone RC demo. See, see, it's very beautiful, you know. Username they give you, password they give you, and the authentication URL from where you will go to and launch there the OpenStack. I will go there here now. Copy, and if I go to here and paste it, so now before you go to the web UI Horizon, you have to set some config file so that we will allow this IP. That's why they were not allowing it, you will saw. So now if you want to go to any folder with its admin account, so you can use source. Now I'm going to my admin account, keystone RC admin. You can go and see. they have taken me to my that. And if you do ls, also they will show you. So here if you run OpenStack service list, as in that file we have written YYY for that service, they will show you all the service that you have written for yes. Now they have launched the Glance, the Neutron, Cinder, Nova, Keystone, Swift, and all that. So what I was telling, what that for a conf file, you have to go to this conf file, etc httpd conf.d. They see they have taken to that conf d ls, and now you have to change the. You can see here 15 horizon v host dot conf. So after you go there and vim, yeah. Now what you have to do is here the service alias. Service aliases means which service or the IP they will allow or not to your that Red Hat OSP. So here you have to add the instances public IP. So okay, so I'm going to add same as that service alias. It's server, sorry, server alias, and my public IP. Public IP you can take from here. You can see, and this one copied. I will copy and paste it here. Yeah, so this was the only thing that we have to do. Then Red Hat OSP will start. Save it. For saving it you have to press escape colon WQ. W is for saving and Q is for quitting the VM editor. So now I've stayed, and now we have to restart the systemctl restart my HTTPD service, so that they will restart yours. They're restarting. I can see they have successfully restarted my HTTPD service. So I will use my Keystone admin account to go that. I will not use my demo, so it will be less powerful. So for seeing that, you have to go cat Keystone RC admin. They have given you the authentication username, password, and the URL. This URL you have to go and copy in and paste it in Chrome to. Okay, so we are going there. So you can use this URL, or else your instance public IP, they will give you the login instance. So here I've used 13.2 to 3.83.159. You can see here from here. So they have, yeah, this is the setup that I was talking now. Username, you have to go there, username, admin, you have to paste your admin, and password they have given me. So now after signing in, this will be the final setup we were holding from the first. So logging in, see OpenStack. This is the OpenStack dashboard. You can see guys, now the OpenStack is successfully launched here. This is the OpenStack official web UI. This web UI is made by Horizon, so that's why it was known as Horizon. So instances, CPUs, RAM, this all will be your private, and you will all configure it yourself. You can see instances. The images also they will not provide you, they will give you a demo image, so you have to build your own image or transfer anything. Okay, so yeah, volumes also like EBS, the snapshots, it's same like AWS cloud, but here you have to do all your things. You have to manage everything from you. Okay, so this was the part. all the links that will required to do will be in the description box. Check below. And this was the setup. So thank you for watching. Thank you.